I'll be going all in on this particular stock because this can actually be a game changer. And I'm going to give you information that will show you that this stock is currently doing well. We're going to look at the fundamental analysis. We're also looking at the technical analysis to see how we can actually make 50 to 100% from this particular stock. And that is why I'm going all in. And I think you should consider after watching this video. You are welcome to the Stock Up Nation, and you are currently with Uncle Joe. So let's quickly move on to today's video. So right now, if you look at the S&P 500, you will see after the rebounds, there's a rebounds that happen here after there is a sign that the war will not actually take place. And after that, we've seen the market gradually moving back to this all-time high, which I think 7,000 basis points would be another rejection point. And from the look of things, information getting from the Strait of Hormuz, which I guess it has been locked again, but so far, because of the short relief and a possible positive negotiation, you find out that the oil price has been affected greatly. You can see all these were around 100 and something. If you watch my previous video, before I promise you we're going to do this, you can see Brent oil is currently $94.39. And we have the Marban crude, which is $98.07. So these are signs to let you know that the oil prices are actually coming down because of the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. So right now, if you see clearly, if you have any rejection here, it's going to shoot back. And I think this area will now serve as a strong rejection point. And if you look at the trajectory from this very point, you'll see that the all share index has been in a positive bullish trajectory all through. So that is why I'm bringing this particular stock. And why I'm bringing one is the fact that you can buy, and if it dips, you buy them more. But I think right now it's currently on an upward trend. Yes, and I'm going to show you guys. But before we move on, let's look at some earnings reports. Those earnings will help us to see what the company has been doing lately. Before then, okay, let's just do it sharply. This is the percentage return so far when you compare 2025 to 2024. You can see 2025 for product sales, they actually had 94.4%, while for 2024 they actually had 75.2%. Total revenue is actually 100%. And if we move close where we'll actually see the actual number, product sales move from $145,000 to $412,000. That is a whopping 184% growth from this particular company. And if you look at the cost of product sales revenue, you can see, of course, it's going to increase because the revenue also increased. But when we jump to gross margin, you look at the gross margin, you see that in 2024, the company made $119,000, while in 2025, they actually made $284,000. That is a 136.9% growth. And these are some signs, these are some numbers that will point you to companies that you want to put your money into. Yes, you have to check their book. And that is why I'm joining you to look at, because if you don't look at the book, you might not know what is going on in the company. So that is just for this. Let's quickly jump to the next one, and you can see the revenue here in August. So this is a 3-month end analysis, that is fundamental analysis. So looking at the revenue so far, we have a revenue of $57,000 in 2024. So in 2025, they actually had $217,000. These guys are printing money. These guys are printing money. I know you'll be wondering, what company is this? If you look very well by now, you will see the company. So if you look at the total revenue, you will see that it's 223 and it's 59. And if you look at the cost of revenue, 72, and that brings the gross profit to $150,000 compared to $37,000. Guys, this company is actually printing. If we jump to net income per share, they actually move from a negative 6 cents to a positive 37 cents. You can't beat this percentage growth. Yes, You can't beat it. And because of the kind of business they do, you can see that they have product and they also have IP license. These are stuffs that generate revenue for this particular company. So let's move to this part. And if you look at the 3 month and 6 months, if you just oppose both, you actually see the earnings that have been coming lately to this company. You can see in 2024 November, they actually made $126,400. And while in same period 2025, they made 478,352. And if we jump to the 3 month section, you will see that from product sales alone, I'm not even adding the IP license revenue, just for product sales, they made $69,000. Why? For November 2025, for the 3 month, they made $261,293. That is huge. Then if you come to total revenue, you will see the numbers also. Numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. So if you look at the gross profit, you will see from 82 to 331. That's for 6 months. Then compare 45 to 181. That is some good jump there. So if you see a company doing this kind of number, that is where you want to put your money. I don't know about you, but for me, this is where I want to put my money because of what the company is currently doing. And if we check for others, you see the same. And if you look at this number here also, look at year end, look at what they are doing. In 2023, total revenue was actually $184,000. Why in 2024 it's $192,000. And we saw how the revenue jumped in 2025. And 2025 is giving us $436,775,000. If we quickly jump to net income per share, in 2023, they actually had a negative earnings, which result to 11 cents. While in 2024, they actually got negative earnings again, which increased to 118, because they are trying to, I know there's a lot of expenses that will be taking some good part of this revenue. And why they actually made a good one, and the basic in 2025, they actually made 31 cents as net income per share. So guys, with all these, you've seen the numbers of this particular company, and the industry they are playing in is actually an interesting industry, which is they are into tech. They have live IP license. You can see we connect. Credo is an innovator in providing connectivity at scale through fast, reliable, energy efficient system solutions for the next generation of AI-driven application. So they have cloud computing, and they also have hyperscale network. So these are the core of this particular company. So you can see Credo Industry Fresh. So Credo invented the active electrical cable, which is called the AEC, and first zero flap AEC to support lossless backend in AI clusters. So these guys have a lot of product, and that is why you see they are making money from product sales. You can see we believe our innovation position us to deliver best in class products and IP solution that address our customer various brand bandwidth, power, cost, security, reliability, and end-to-end signal. So you can see built on a foundation of innovation and all that. So you can see this company was actually founded in 2008 by a seasoned team of analog, digital, and mixed signal connectivity experts, and became policy traded on the NASDAQ in 2022. So with that being said, let me just take you to the chart. Let's see how this stock has been performing. The name of the stock is Credo. I actually noticed this stock when it was selling around 20 something. That was when I actually noticed this stock, and since then I've been observing it. I even traded it when it was around 50. Yes, I traded it when it came down here, and I sold around this area. You understand? And I quickly took position in another stock. But if we look at this particular chart to help us know what we are doing, if we move back, you can see After hours, post market is actually gaining 0.53 percent. So these are signs that this company is actually a unique one, and it is where you need to be. So if you look at the chart very well, let's quickly move to the chart. That's where we are. That's Credo technology. Fantastic, fantastic. So we were looking at the monthly chart. Let's look at the monthly chart. So this is the monthly chart. So the monthly chart will give you a brief overview of how the stock has been performing. So if you look at it, the stock has been sleeping around this area since 2022. You know, it was around this period that they actually jumped into the market, and that's January 2022. So you can see they actually did some, before the jump started happening here. So in case you are new to my new candle, the black one signifies green, that is going up, while the blue signifies that it's coming down, so that you not get confused. So it moved up to this place around 85, then the price retraced down to this area, which is 40, which is the core support region. So in other way, if this support region here is not able to hold, this is where the price will be coming. But for now, you can see how we started getting some traction and the price started shooting up. And if you look that's when I was doing this first video, the first video on this channel. When I did it, the price was actually low, and now you can see how it has done 10% today. And after market now, you can see the price that is currently showing. So that is currently showing. So let's move to the weekly chart. So the weekly chart, we also, because I want you to take it as a long time. When I mean long time, you'll be patient. You'll be patient with the stock. You understand? You'll be patient. That's what I mean by long time. Long time doesn't mean you will not take profit. Yeah. So you can see how the chart is clearly happening. This area was once resistant, and this was happening in 2025, early 2025. Then in June 2025, we had a breakout from this previous resistance, and that particular movement actually took us to a all-time high of 213. So there is possibility you can make more than 100% from this particular stock if you are actually going in at this time. You understand? If you are going at this time. But for you to be safe, for you to actually make money, when you compound your money, you might be okay with 50%. Yes, that's what I advise. Because sometimes while waiting for this 100%, it will retrace. You understand? And sometimes you get angry because you see money leaving the table. So if you can take it at 50%, you put it on your watch list, and anytime it's retracing, you go in again. But if you are in for a long time, what I mean long time, you want to hold it and see if this particular stock will do $1,000, you are in. All I will do is I will provide updates either monthly or weekly on how the stock is performing. And also, both of us will look at the earnings so far. After this section, I will move you to the first quarter 2026, second quarter 2026, and third quarter 2026. Let's see how they've been performing before we before they'll get into fourth quarter. So this is the particular movement. So this movement, it got to this place, retrace and push up again, retrace a bit, push up, and finally, like I said, this blue candle is the red candle, and you can see that it's coming down. And now we have this particular candle now, which is the black candle. So that's the color is black. So what I'm doing now is I'm moving my tracking rectangle, I beg your pardon. I'm moving it so that it will come across that particular area. And that is where I think you should be going in if you are interested in taking position in this stock. So this is it. Fantastic. So this is the area I expected you to be going in. 109, 110, 120. This region is where you should be, because from now we'll be expecting some sharp movement here. Yes, some sharp movement here. Because you can see this trend line, rejection, and we had a breakout. And after a breakout, you know what is supposed to happen. The price is supposed to retrace. So it is that retracement that we are taking advantage of. But notwithstanding, if by adventure the negotiation did not work and Trump decide to hit on Iran and blow up the energy plant. So because of that, there will be a lot of panic in the market, a lot of fear in the market. That does not negate the fact that this stock is actually a fundamentally sound stock. You get the point. So it's just fear, market sentiment happening in the market, and that might bring the stock down to this part. So I'm just giving you insight so that you prepare for possible scenarios so that you not be caught unaware. So if that happens, it's going to be coming down around this area, and guess what? You just keep buying. Yes, because in a bear market, he who has cash is king. So you just keep buying and you enjoy the ride when the market pick up. The whole world must always come to peace. There must be peace, and no matter the war. So as the price is coming down, you take advantage of it. You can see clearly what is going on here. It gained 10%, and right now it's still trying to push up. Previously it was showing 120, but you know it's post market. It will continue to change. On Monday now, the price might resume up one trend, because based on this chart, I expect a movement back to this area. So that is why I'm saying maybe you just target 50%, because of course you can see it is not going to be on a straight line. Maybe there's be a rejection here and it will pull back. And let's quickly look at the fib 2. If we take fib 2 from this place, we'll do body to body. If we take it down to this part, you will see that our 50% retracement level is right within this area, 111 to be precise. So if you can get it 120, which is like $9 more, or you get it less, depending. I think this area is a buy zone. Yes, it was actually far below this, but I didn't come here to drop this video early. Yes, but still, you guys are on point. If you're watching this video now, you're on point. So this is the exact price you want to go in. If you go in at this exact price, you will be targeting a profit of, let's see, let's do 50%. If you come here, okay, let's just say you get it 120, 121, let's put it that way. So we are looking at 50%. So 50% will take us to, just want to get it exact. Fantastic. 50% will take us to 184. So if you're getting at 120, you want to pull out at 120, that's 50%. So once you pull out at 184 or 190%, once you get your 50%, just keep your money. Be comfortable keeping cash. Keep your money and ensure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I'm still going to bring another one that you can now use that money to buy again. Then you make another 50-30%, and that's how you grow your money. But you have to be patient with me so that you'll be able to wait until when I bring videos like this, stocks like this, for you to take a position. So I just showed you how you can make 50% right now from the US stock market buying Credo. So you should be all in this particular stock, and we've checked it using the fib 2 to see where we are going. From now you can know that our entry is fine, but let's not take off the fib 2. Let's move to daily chart so that you can get it clearly, because you want to actually execute your trade on a daily time frame. So you can see that movement has already begun. You can see for like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, for like 7 days, this stock has been going up consistently. Let's look at the price that it's, you see, it was 90. I told you guys, I told you guys that I saw it very, very cheap then. Look at, on 31st, it was selling around 90. It even came down to 86. It came down to 86. When I saw it at 86, I said, wow, what an opportunity. But right here, there is no time. So you are not coming late. I'm just showing you what has happened on the daily chart. But if we want to, let's take this and let's do 4-hour time frame. Let's do 4-hour time frame. So we'll come here and do 4 hours. Fantastic. So you can see what 4 hours is showing us. Perfect. So on a norm, even when you are seeing this, you might just think maybe it's going to reject and just put your trend line and wait for a rejection. If per adventure there is no enough volume to actually push it across this trend line. But guess what? After a rejection here, a rejection, first rejection, second rejection, third rejection, and guess what? The fourth one, it actually break through. And after breaking out, of course, there must be a retest. This is the retest we have here, and now we started seeing the new upward movement. So guys, if you are watching me at this point, I just want you to hit the subscription button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I post videos like this that will give you money in dollars. So just in case you are watching me in Africa and you don't have a trading account, you can check the description and you will see a link to Bamboo. Ensure you activate your Bamboo using the link, and very soon I'll do a video on how to use this app to trade, and you will get details information on how to use it in subsequent video. So just build with me, work with me, let's make progress massively on this channel. So this is just a few parts I just want to share with us, looking at the 4 hours for you to see what is possible. You can see how we started. We started from the monthly chart, we went to the weekly chart, we went to the daily chart, and now we are currently at a 4-hour chart. So let's quickly jump to the Q1 of Credo in 2026. Let's see what they are doing. Right here, this is the first quarter. You can see it. This is the first quarter of the fiscal year 2026 highlights. You can see revenue was actually $223,000, which actually $223 million, which grew by guys, you guys don't know what I'm putting you into. I'm setting you up for success. Yeah, I'm setting you up for success. Imagine you're using $1,000, that's 500. You're using $10,000, that's $5,000. That is how you make money in the market. We are not buying rubbish, guys. Look at their growth. The gross margin was actually 67%. And if you look at the operating expenses, it's 89. And let's look at the ending cash and short-term investment balance, $479 million. So let's look at the diluted net income per share is 34, and the non-diluted is actually 52. That is for first quarter. Let's jump to second quarter. So if you look at second quarter, you see revenue also grew by 20%. You understand? So quarter over quarter, that is when you are comparing Q2 2026 and Q2 2025. The growth is actually 272% year on year, while 20% quarter on quarter. So when you compare 2026 to 2025 based on quarter to quarter, it gives you 20% growth. Then when you look at year on year, it is giving us 272%. Stay with me. I know I've given you entry, I've given you possible play out pattern, and I've given you target that you can look at. Don't be greedy. Don't look out for 100% because of pullback. If you can sell for 50% and it's pull back, guess what? You enter again, you make another good return. So if you look at the net income is $82 million, and net income also for GAAP is also $127 million. And if we look at the diluted net per share, it's actually 44, and also the diluted basic is 44 and diluted is 67. So looking at how this company, they are growing consistently. Let's jump to third quarter. So this is the third quarter. So very soon they are going to close their book. So for third quarter, look at money. The company made $407 million, grew by 51% quarter over quarter, and 201% year over year. And look at the gross margin, look at the operating expenses, look at the net income per share, 82. You can see how the earnings per share is growing steadily. And this is what you want to look out for when you are investing in a company. You work smart for your money. You are not just looking for one company to just dump it there. No, that's not what you're doing. Because if you are just looking for, you just go there and buy anything. But right now, you can see the growth of this company, gradual process. So 2 ways: you can buy and hold and grow with them, or you just trade like I advise. You just trade and make some sharp money. You understand? So that is just the simple step, and that is how you can also do those trades. And if you want to quickly look at some of the companies that are doing well lately, you can see when you look at the top gainers from the Google Finance, you find out that Credo is actually part of it, guys. Again, 11.66 today at let's count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Top 7 is actually top 10 gainers. So let's look at You can see Broadcom shares also jump up. These guys are also in the same industry. You understand? They are in the same industry also. And also, if you look at Supermicro computer stock, also outperforms competitors on a strong trading day. So you can see that the software, these guys that are into software, cloud computing, AI, they've started waking up, because that is the era we are, and that is the season we are in. So guys, these are just some short analysis, because I'm going all in this particular stock. So we need to talk about a lot of things. We need to look at the book, look at their previous earnings, looking at how their earnings per share is actually growing, which is net income also. It's also growing. So when we look at how it's growing, you can see from a loss of 11 cents, they moved to a loss of 18 cents, then they jumped to 31, they jumped to 40. You can see right now they jumped to 51, and right now they are 87, and diluted is $1.05. So imagine in a year's time, what will this company be doing? Yes, what is this company doing? So you want to pay attention to some of these stocks, because some of these stocks can actually give you a wife changing money. Yes, and they can give you a husband changing money. So that is why you need to pay attention. So guys, I hope I've been able to give you some insight on how to play this game. And like I said, check the description for your Bamboo link in case you don't have an account. And if this is your first time listening to me, and this is the first time you are going into US stock, I want to say congratulations. Yes, because you just make a big decision. You will turn back and thank God, because your portfolio is going to make you smile, because you are coming in at the right time, and you are buying the right thing, and you are making the right money. I want to say congratulations in advance, because I will do a upward review, not a so I'll do a review on the upward trend of the particular stock, so that we can see how they've performed. And in case you've not taken profit, maybe that will serve as a reminder for you to take a profit when I do this video, because this is just when I ask you to buy. So maybe next time when we'll be talking about this stock will be selling around $200. So by then I'll be making reference to this particular video. So we look at the book. For a recap, we look at the book, we look at the earnings so far, then we look at the current earnings, we look at the highlight of the Q1, we look at highlight of Q2, we look at highlight of Q3. And before then, we look at the state of things globally, how the Middle East, Strait of Hormuz, based on negotiation, and Trump, Israel, Lebanon, and all that, how they are faring, so that we can know how to properly take position and how to take advantage of any of these markets that is presenting opportunity to us. You can see I'm not giving you 10, 20 stocks. I just brought in one. Yes, because all you need to succeed is just one stock. And if this stock deliver 50%, that is a good start. Then we look at the next one to go all in. Don't forget to like I said, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget that this is the Stock Up Nation with Uncle Joe. And I'm right here to hold you by hands to the streets of the US stock market on how to make money. Either you plan to retire trading dividend stocks. I'm still going to do video on dividend stocks. Maybe you plan to be high risk, to be aggressive. We're going to do penny also. Either you're conservative, this is what I'm bringing to you. You understand? You can use this one to start. So any options, this channel is designed to meet your need. That is it. Either you are an investor, you are a momentum trader, you are a trend trader, any name you call yourself, you will get a video here that will help your skills, that will help you make money. So thank you once more for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I post portfolio lifting videos and insights like this. My name still remains Uncle Joe, and I'm here to walk you through the Stock Up Nation by holding you by your hands for us to go into the US market. So thank you once more, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to invite your friends. Until we see again, trade and prosper. Bye.